Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. So today we'll be talking something very important, and it's about a video that I saw. Sincerely speaking, I don't know how somebody, woke up to say something like this, but then it is what it is. They wake up to say anything that they feel like it's okay. The fact that they are trying so hard to watch the history and make themselves victim against the other people, and why are they trying so hard to rewrite the history if it were that beautiful? You don't have to rewrite it. All you just have to do is teach it, but they are scared of teaching it. That's why they'll keep banning books and all that, then coming to tell us that slavery was not the only bad thing that happened to black people, that them also went through here, that being drafted into military is worse than slavery. And the young lady, a young black woman who was actually the co-host with the young man, you can see how disgusted she is from her facial expression. And I am really recommending her composure, because if it were me, I probably would jump this person's ass, like, sincerely speaking, no lies. But then they keep banning books, on slavery. And then all of a sudden, they came to tell us that slavery benefited slaves. And the racial illiteracy is real. See, these people really need to go back to school and understand what has happened to black people. Let's get into this video.
Hey guys. Okay, do you want to hear something like dumbfoundingly stupid? Okay, roll them.
I'm surprised you have this. It sounds. I mean, the North did you could say that was fine. They needed to do that, and this was necessary to end the institution of slavery, which is horrible. The hundreds of thousands of deaths, the invasion and conquest of the South, the burning of city after city, a scorched earth policy of totally destroying the Confederate armed forces, killing and capturing their leaders. That's fine. That's what we did. We can't examine. I mean, I think it's fine to wonder if that was the greatest course of action or the ideal way to bring about the end of slavery, particularly because the North invented the draft and the purpose of doing it, which is, in my view, also a form of slavery, that then persisted for another 100 years. Forcing people to go die in warfare is the most objectionable thing I could possibly think of.
Weird. I think 400 years of chattel slavery having ritualized
if the government can
rape,
make you die.
But
if they can make you die,
slaveholders can kill their slaves
I'm saying this is a form of slavery. I'm not saying slavery is not slavery.
You just said that the draft is the worst thing that you could think of, and we're having a conversation about chattel slavery.
If the government can make you go die on a foreign battlefield, you don't own yourself in any conceivable way. So that's why I don't romanticize the North's act.
You have a right to get married if you're in a war. If you're drafted, you have a right to keep your own children, not have them literally sold away from you as property. You have a right to wages for your labor. You had a right to a GI Bill.
One kind of slavery is the right way to get.
Robbie, you can make your point without making a comparison between the draft and chattel slavery, which was a multi-generational pogrom against millions of Africans who were brought across the Atlantic and kept for hundreds of years without a single right in the land.
Very bad, shouldn't have done any of it, should not have enslaved people in the course of ending it.
Yeah. He said all of that on camera. Now you may ask yourself, why would anyone beclown themselves and make an argument that ridiculous? Well, it's a convenient way to minimize the horrors of slavery by saying that there was something equally bad that happened to white people. It's when somebody wants so badly to be in the victim club that they literally invent a way to make slavery equal to something that happened to their ancestors. God help us. Hey guys. Okay, do you want to hear something dumbfoundingly stupid? Okay, roll them.
I'm surprised you have this. It sounds. I mean, the North did I mean, you could say that was fine. They needed to do that, and this was necessary to end the institution of slavery, which is horrible. The hundreds of thousands of deaths, the invasion and conquest of the South, the burning of city after city, a scorched earth policy of totally destroying the Confederate armed forces, killing and capturing their leaders. That's fine. That's what we did. We can't examine. I mean, I think it's fine to wonder if that was the greatest course of action or the ideal way to bring about the end of slavery, particularly because the North invented the draft and the purpose of doing it, which is, in my view, also a form of slavery, that then persisted for another 100 years. Forcing people to go die in warfare is the most objectionable thing I could possibly think of.
Weird. I think 400 years of chattel slavery having ritualized.
If the government can make you die, if they can make you die,
slaveholders couldn't kill their slaves and didn't kill their slaves.
I'm saying this is a form of slavery. I'm not saying slavery is not slavery.
You just said that the draft is the worst thing that you could think of, and we're having a conversation about chattel slavery.
If the government can make you go die on a foreign battlefield, you don't own yourself in any conceivable way.
As a veteran, I'm gonna need you to shut your geeky ass the fuck up. Whether it was a draft or people voluntarily told, some people take that idea of serving our country a little bit more seriously than you. So shut your bitch ass up. And as a black man, I'm offended that we're still having this goddamn conversation. Listen, we're not doing this in 2024. We're not. I'm already making up stems, the reverse roots, to help some of y'all feel better about your damn selves. But that's about as far as I'm giving it. That's it. That's the end. There's a concession. You will get your version of history written down in a book called Stems, the Reverse Roots. Okay? Other than that, if you dislike history so damn much, perhaps since you jump your behinds in a DeLorean to go back to try to fix it, maybe you can fix it to where your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandpappy didn't want to own Negroes. Enough. Enough. For far too long, especially since the ascension of that orange idiot, white people have wanted to center themselves into victimhood so damn bad that now they're trying to change stuff that, everybody with books can read. Oh, I'm sorry. You're trying to change that too. Let me help y'all understand something. This country wasn't great because it started out by genociding native and indigenous people and then enslaving Africans. I don't want to hear about the African Costco. I don't care. Well, they are actually sold. I don't care who bought them. It'd be real funny if that African Costco existed with all these Africans that was in there and nobody bought them. Obviously, there must have been a demand, hence the supply. Shut up. I don't care where they were sold or who sold them. I care about who bought them. CRT makes your skin itch. My suggestion, get yourself something for that. Some itching cream of some kind. I don't care. Calamine lotion really helps with itches. We're not doing this no more. We're not. You're not getting history a la carte to make yourself feel better. The Confederate flag is racist. And it got nothing to do with the Civil War. It's the fact that every time Negroes in the South wanted to do anything, vote, read, go to school with white kids, that flag seemed to show up. And somewhere in the crowd, it was N-words go home, or N-words do this, or N-words do that. Ruby Bridges is still alive, so I'm gonna need y'all to shut up. And if you don't know why Ruby Bridges is famous, then I really need you to shut up. The puck up. Shut up. It ain't about your guilt. Nobody cares about your guilt, bruh. Nobody. Nobody cares. If you feel a way, then maybe you should examine why your family did what they did. Maybe it's time to confront old Uncle Jake. The racist one that believes that the Jews run everything and the Negroes just want free welfare. You know him? Maybe it's time for you to confront him. Maybe it's time for you to tell him to stuff his mouth full of mashed potatoes and shut up. It's not our job to fix it. It's not our job to pretend like it didn't happen, nor is it our job to assuage your damn feelings. As fragile as they are, we do not care. Maybe you need to go to IKEA and see whether or not they have more durable feelings. We're not doing this no more. We're not. I think black folks are tired of watching y'all try to center yourselves in a conversation about history because you feel bad. Oh my God, I saw a picture. It looked just like somebody had a hanging. Yep, it probably was. It's probably a relative. Maybe you should deal with that. Stop trying to get us to fix history so that you don't feel that bad and maybe, possibly, I don't know, confront your family. Go over there. We're done. We're good. We're not playing anymore. We're not. You don't like the fact that slaves were owned in this country? I genuinely don't care. I don't. My lack of fucks is disturbing. I don't care. I don't. We were not involuntary immigrants. We were slaves. Slaves. And it was not a whole plantation full of white ones being owned by a Negro. That didn't happen. In the 400 years of chattel slavery, a bunch of white folks were not owned. I know you don't understand the concept of indentured servitude. That's not my problem anymore, nor is it anybody else's problem to explain it to you. Please keep the Irish out of your mouth before an Irish person busts you in the face. I think they're done being your scapegoats. Stop running. Stop. Face it. There are some relatives in your family tree that were virulent racists. They've been to a couple of lynchings or 4. They might have even helped to do a coup in Wilmington, North Carolina. Guess what? I don't care. You feel bad. I don't care. Go to therapy. I'm done. I'm done. And I do not care how many black folk you can get to say, you know, white people can experience rape. You can't. You can't. Because the examples of racism don't look like y'all. It looks like people like you doing it to everybody else. I don't care what Merriam-Webster says. She can kiss my Merriam-Webster ass. I don't care. I don't care. Not giving a mad ass fuck. I don't care anymore. We have been nice about this. We have watched you run around here like chickens with your head still on, but you think it's cut off. Trying to find every way possible to change that history. Moms for Liberty is Daughters of the Confederacy or Clan Karens. Was it the Clan Karens? Whatever you want to do. I don't care how many books you ban. The internet still exists. And if you think your little kids should learn about the fact that some people that look like you did some very bad things to people that look like me, my suggestion is you homeschool them. You can teach them whatever you want. But please keep them around you. Keep them around you. Because your children are going to run up on my grandchildren, and my grandchildren are going to tell them the truth. And they're going to be running home, Mommy, did we really own black people? You don't want to talk about the 100 years between 1865 and 1965. You don't want to talk about that. You don't want to talk about redlining. You don't want to talk about Jim Crow. You want to keep telling me that the Democrats were the party of KKK, like the KKK still supports Biden's policies. No, they support Republicans. Right now. Right now. And they're trying to relive the glory days. It's kind of uncomfortable to have them hanging around too, isn't it? Here you are believing in supply side economics, and here this dude over here with a Klan robe on. Oh my God, I feel bad. I don't care. Find a therapist. Get yourself some calamine lotion for them itches. I'ma say it. Critical race theory, which is not being taught to your toddler. It's not being taught to your embryo. We're done assuaging your feelings. You've had, 8 years of this? Ever since Trump came in and made you feel victimized and special at the same time? Well, time for you to get over it. And if you don't like it, it is no longer our concern. Fix it within yourself. Confront your racist ass parents and your racist ass family and stop trying to bubble wrap history so that you can feel better about it. We don't give a fuck.
So this is all I got from this video, and I am still in shock that somebody actually said this thing out loud. And I'm asking, is he still employed? Yeah, I want to know if he's still employed. And this is exactly why I do not like to engage some of them in conversation like this, like, slavery and all that. Really, I do not like to engage them. The fact that some people really want to be victims so bad is just really very annoying. And I am very impressed at the young lady, how she kept her cool. I mean, her composure when the man started talking. And you could see from her facial expression that she was really irritated and was not having it. But she is really a great presenter and she still kept her cool. I would not have been able to do something like that. People like me, we tend to jump up and yell, like, are you being, like, So she really did a great job. The reality is that palm-colored people can engineer the theft of anything, including suffering, just to make Black people feel like they are on the same level. You people suffering and our own suffering are on the same level, or like, you suffered during slavery, we also suffered. And then the engineer manufacture something that doesn't even exist and then tell you, yeah, it exists. And they think it is okay. I mean, his white supremacist is very creamy. You can see it all over him. And the fact that I cannot keep explaining that indentured servitude are a different thing from slavery, chattel slavery, and all that. How do I wake up every day to keep telling you people? They know, I am sure they know the meaning of indentured servitude, but they will never want to talk about it. But they keep, like, wanting to be on the same level with Black people, trying to tell you that slavery wasn't like the only horrible things that happened. If it were not the most horrible thing that happened to Black people and some other people, why are you all still trying to ban books? If it were not that bad, why are you people so keen with trying to ban books? Because you don't want to see books. You don't want people to learn. I mean, you all feelings are kind of hurt and you do not want to be the victim and all that. So why are you trying to ban the books? If it were not horrible, how did you wake up all of a sudden to say that slavery benefited slaves? How did it benefit slaves? This really tells you how they are trying so hard to cover up, the whole thing they have done. And then keep saying that we don't want the young generation to, to grow with the mentality that they are the bad people. I mean, the whole thing is just really not making sense. How people wake up all the time to gaslight Black people. It's really crazy. Rewriting, it's just amazing how they really do want to rewrite the history so bad, because they wanted to justify their current racism. Literally, it is called whitewashing. What you all are doing is whitewashing. You want to whitewash every damn thing because you want it to fit your own narrative, not the people that went through hell, The co-host, you can see everything from her face. Her facial she did not say anything, but her facial expression said it all. It's just crazy how they wake up to give microphone to people like this, mediocre, palm-colored men. The young lady was speechless initially. She couldn't I am sure that it took her time to process what was going on. Before, unbelievable, this is really sad, but then I don't think I am in shock or if it's unbelievable. Yeah, I know they can do anything, and that was really brutal to watch, I am speechless, sincerely speaking. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.